I'm back again. Sorry for my absence, but I've been having a crappy month, and I would like to return with something more refreshing. So today I'm back talking about trannies. However, the ones from the other side of the spectrum, I think we all know the most iconic example. Just to point out, I consider Blaire to be a he, not a she. For certain audience that disagree with me, look, you know my stance on transgender issues. Chopping off your dick and wearing a dress does not make you a woman. What's funny is that Blaire should know this since he says that...
And I'm sure you've heard that gender is a social construct. It's a common argument used by feminists, SJWs, and by otherwise intelligent people. Gender is not a social construct, it's biological, and that's just an objective truth.
And then claims this.
I think Joey's gay.
Yes, press one, please.
Sure.
Thank you. Are you saying that because he dates Blaire?
Yeah, I guess so.
So what you're asking is, if a dude dates a trans woman, are they gay?
Well, to answer that question, I say yes. Joey is a homosexual for dating Blaire.
There's been a bunch of Blaire White exposed videos. There's been Blaire White isn't really trans videos. There's been yes, she is trans and here's pictures to prove it videos. And some of these pictures are not even of me. And it's just gotten to be a big mess.
Now, I'm not a person who kicks Blaire around because I agree with him on a lot of issues, but there are some dodgy things that Blaire really needs to cut off from his video habits. Let's start with number 1. The vast majority of trans activists are no doubt left-leaning. Many of them are very left-leaning. So it's no wonder why many of them were shocked to see a more conservative tranny.
Oh my god, he said tranny.
For this, many of them have become very critical of Blaire. But this has also come up with a side effect. Blaire claims that he's constantly being silenced and censored, that no one wants to reach out to him and his channel is being blocked. You can easily take this claim apart with a little research. His channel is growing exponentially. He's been on the Rubin Report, Steven Crowder, and Shane Dawson's channel. He's even met Caitlyn Jenner. Come on, Blaire. You have some nice videos. Don't go on a victim complex. You sound just like the social justice warriors you're criticizing. Blaire will also claim that he's the only sane and right-wing YouTuber that is trans, which is a massive lie. There are right-wing trans YouTubers such as Ella Grant and Miss London. What's worse is that Blaire knows them. Seriously, Blaire, what is this? Blaire might seem like a rational individual that can take on anyone, but if you browse through his history, you will see that the debate tactics are very ill-conceived. He only won debates with YouTubers that have no chance of winning debates, such as Onision or Candace Owens. But those tactics do not work against most YouTubers. Blaire's only tactics at debating are bullying people, silencing them, and talking over them until they give up. As said previously, this has not worked, and if you need an actual good example, in a debate with ContraPoints, a lot of people don't know that he lost big time there. Other debates hosted by Andy Warski and Shoe on Head are very similar.
You're lying.
To insult someone's looks, dehumanize them live on air.
All of this kind of leads me to my next point. I think that Blaire is aware that he knows he sucks at debating and backs out of a large number of debates. For example, Blaire was supposed to have a debate with ContraPoints and Theron Meyer in 2017. However, in only a month, Blaire made no arrangements or contact, which meant that they didn't know what the plans for the debate were, and because all parties needed to be present to deliver the debate, it was then cancelled. What a way to damage your credibility. It's quite obvious. You're terrified of the debate, Blaire. Now, although this was a pretty understandable one, Blaire even backed out of a debate with Black Hitler because he didn't want to donate some things. Well, I mean, although I will say this one's pretty easy to defend. Well, the title kind of speaks for itself. How exactly can Blaire be trusted if all claims just get deleted on social media immediately? But let's move on. Who could forget the last point? Now, this point can be taken with a grain of salt, as the authenticity of the video can be debated. So, Blaire and Joey went to an anti-Trump rally while wearing a Trump hat, and then got attacked like this.
Because you threw your hat.
You took my hat right off my... Oh my... Hey! Oh my...
It's burning really bad.
Oh my God.
Actually.
However, an investigation on Scopes concluded that the attack on Blaire may have been staged and sought out. For starters, while Blaire and Joey did get into an altercation, they were the ones who initiated it because they crossed an LAPD line which was put to divide pro and anti-Trump supporters. If you take this into perspective, it's like Blaire wants to demonize the other side and has said earlier take on a victim complex. Blaire, seriously, the divide in the West is already big enough, and this charade proves that the right also wants to perpetuate that stance. Now in the second part, a guy does this to Blaire, and according to witnesses which were involved and police officers, this was staged too. Now, I don't know if that is true, but if it is, then it just goes to show the extremes people are willing to go. While Blaire may say things that do make sense, the way he expresses them isn't exactly the right way. In fact, Blaire behaves exactly like the people he is criticizing. So to him, I would say, are you not trying to be an example for your audience? That is why I think you should become a more moderate person, learn how to actually debate, and most of all, for actual stability, not seek out conflicts in an already divided place.